Loading this video with this preamble because the audio on the original came out bad after I uploaded it. It sounded okay. I uploaded it to YouTube and it sounded bad. So now I'm going to add a compressor and a limiter and this following preamble. This video is not about Trump good or Trump bad. This video is about examining evidence and making a decision based on your own analysis. It is a video of how to think through the process, how to make an assessment and a judgment about a political candidate. It is not about whether or not I like Trump. It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is how to think through the process, how to make an assessment, examine evidence, find relevance, examine factuality, and have insight. How to make a determination based on all of the evidence, its relevance, and how you put it together to support your conclusion. That's it. Now, whether or not you like Trump or don't like Trump or like somebody else or don't like somebody else, your reasons are more concerning to me those are of greater concern than your conclusion. There's a good chance that I could agree with you on a number of different things, but once we dug down into the analysis of it, the thinking might differ, right? The reasons might not be the same. We might have arrived at the same conclusion based on different reasons. I don't give a fuck what your conclusion is. I care about your reasons. That's it. That's the point of this fucking video. The point of this video is to point out what my thinking and my reasons are. Now, it's not to say that my reasons are right and your reasons are wrong. It's not about that at all. And I don't fucking care what your conclusion is. Again, I care about the thought process. We cannot progress as a society when all of our thoughts are predicated on fucking tribalism and whether or not you agree with somebody or you don't or which tribe you fucking belong to. That is the fucking point of this motherfucking video. Now watch it the whole way through and think about it before you make your fucking reply. 3 reasons why I don't support former President Trump. Reason number 1, appointing Paula White, televangelist, to the Office of Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships. The Office of Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships was a religious office in the executive branch, and it had tentacles all throughout the United States. Faith is belief in things without evidence, in spite of the evidence, because you want them to be true. You want to believe them. So faith is used to believe that it is true, to assert that it is in fact true, because you have faith. Faith is dogmatic. It is antithetical to logic and reason. It is antithetical to any progress that can be made with logic and reason. It's anti-science. Now, to be fair, this Office of Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships was founded by the former President Obama. But President Trump kept it going and appointed Paula White, televangelist, to head that office. Now, that helped him publicly because she could say good things about him. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, sort of thing. This leads to the next thing. President Trump said, lying to the public, the number of COVID cases would be down to 0 in a few days. This was in February 2020. Right? How could you make such assertion without knowing? Right? What I want to hear from the president is not lies and bullshit that are designed to appeal to large numbers or segments of society. Like you appeal to the religious right with this faith-based office, neighborhood partnerships. Paula White could say nice things about the president and all that Jesus crap, which has no business being in government at all. There's no truth to any of it. All lies. Designed to manipulate people and get them to put their faith in things that aren't real. Okay, so such example of things that aren't real are the number of COVID cases going down to 0 in a few days. That didn't happen in February of 2020. It was unlikely that that would have happened. There wasn't good knowledge to make that assertion. In fact, there was good knowledge to the contrary, that that was most likely not going to happen. Right? Most likely not going to happen. And the president lied to the public. I don't support that. I don't support being lied to by the president. I want to hear straight talk. If the president doesn't know what's going on with this COVID situation, the answer should be, this is the information that we can give you at this time. This is what we know about this situation. If they want to disclose their ignorance and say, hey, we don't know, there's a whole bunch of things that we don't know and we're trying to figure it out, then personally, I would rather hear I don't know than lies. I don't want to hear lies. I don't respect, and I'm not going to look up to, I'm not going to respect a president who lies to me. No, I'm not going to respect anybody who fucking lies to me. Get on national television and lie to me. Fuck you. I don't respect you. Number 3 reason I don't respect President Trump, or I don't want him as president. Number 3, he had the opportunity to pardon 3 individuals who I think were very, very deserving of being pardoned. First one he knows well about, he's advocated for, Julian Assange. Number 2, Ed Snowden. Ed Snowden, the whistleblower, who risked everything in the name of humanity and freedom as a patriot to the people of the United States. To the people. Not to the spying NSA who was trying to gather all our data and get more power for the government against the people. He advocated transparency for the people of the United States and made personal sacrifices of his own life, leaving behind everything to make a difference in the world for us. President Trump had the opportunity to pardon this dude. He didn't do it. Of course, Obama had that opportunity as well. He's not going to do it either. Obama still continued to lie about Ed Snowden. Oh well. I mean, that's what they all do, right? Number 3 reason why. So this is number 3 reason why. We had Ed Snowden, Julian Assange, and number 3, the third person, the third reason, Ross Ulbricht, another liberty-minded individual, pioneer of Bitcoin, started the Silk Road, a free market website where anybody could trade anything with anyone else so long as they weren't harming others. This thing blew up. It got way bigger than he ever anticipated. It got out of hand. He couldn't handle it, so he got other people involved. The government got involved, colluded with those other people, got him to log into one of the accounts, and pinned on him murder for hire, which he didn't do. You can look at the biography of this guy. It doesn't add up. This guy, he had 144,000 Bitcoins. Now at the time, and now that's almost $1 trillion. But at the time, it was still a respectable $10 million. And so what's he doing with that money? Is he balling? No, he's got a fairly homely looking girlfriend, right? I mean, I'm not trying to insult her or anything, but she's no supermodel, right? He's living with roommates. The dude doesn't even have a fucking car. He's not fucking driving around in a Lambo or a McLaren or fucking Bugattis and shit. He's not Floyd Mayweathering it up. He's living like a humble dude who's liberty-minded and focused on his principles of libertarian ideology. This is someone who is for humanity. For humanity. They have a list of rules. The list of people who's allowed on Silk Road, who's not. Murder for hire, all that shit's not. It blew out. The thing got out of hand. He couldn't handle it. He got other people involved. Those other people got compromised. Fucking ratted that motherfucker out. Now he's got 2 life sentences, consecutive, back-to-back life sentences, plus an additional 40 years, just in case you're able to get past those 2 life sentences with good behavior before you die. You're not coming out of prison in any other way than a fucking body bag. And that's the message the U.S. government wanted to send to the public for what happens when you fuck with them and you try and go behind and say, hey, we're not going to use your Federal Reserve notes. We're not going to abide by laws that criminalize voluntary consensual behavior. Some dude's got some weed. He wants to sell it to some other dude. Let them make that transaction. It's not anybody else's fucking business. It's not my business. It's not your business. If they want to do it, some dude wants to smoke the weed, let him smoke the weed. Somebody wants to sell it, fucking grow that shit. Let them fucking do their fucking thing. That's his idea. Free market. Personal freedom. This is a man who is a champion of personal anything. We should be celebrating this dude as a champion of humanity and the human spirit. Someone who took risks based on principle. not self-interest. So, and President Trump knows all about all this shit. He doesn't want to fucking pardon anybody. Why not? Who knows? You know, maybe he's got some inside intel. He's got his other reasons. Who knows? He doesn't say. President Trump is not transparent. He's a liar. He lies to the public about shit. Puts an office of the fucking Paula White in the office of faith-based and neighborhood partnerships to dupe the public and to believe in bullshit that President Trump has been married like how many times? Cheating on his wife. He doesn't believe in any of that Bible bullshit. He knows it's a bunch of fucking lies. He only acts like he believes in it because he knows that other people are going to look at him, and the dumb Christians who believe in that shit are going to believe that Donald Trump believes in it too. Like, if they're dumb enough to believe, maybe it's plausible. Maybe President Trump believes in it too. Maybe he's a good guy. He's one of us. That's all it is. It's fucking lying to the public. Now, if you're a Christian and you believe in that shit, you should be able to see that President Trump doesn't believe in it. He doesn't act like that, does he? And if you're not a Christian, you should be able to see that President Trump doesn't believe in that shit. Either way, he's not following whatever the fucking rules are of that wacky bullshit religion. So those are the 3 reasons why I don't support former President Trump. Any other reasons that the Russian collusion, insurrection, that's all bullshit that people put later because they don't like him, or that President Trump is racist. Bullshit. I don't believe in any of that shit. So those are my 3 reasons. I have my reasons based on what I came up with on my own thinking. These are nothing to do with copying anybody else's. Oh, we hate President Trump and we all hate him, and what's the reason? Oh, let's just copy each other on that reason. You know, like a typical fucking groupthink person does. This is what happens when you think independently. You don't have any people like that join that group. You don't have any, nobody's got your back, right? This is what happens when you think independently, and this is what the government wants to discourage. They want to discourage people from thinking independently. They want to discourage people like Ed Snowden, fucking Julian Assange, Bradley Manning, or Chelsea Manning as they want to call themselves now. They want it, that's the historicity of that whole thing is he's crazy. How do you retroactively change somebody's name? I don't fucking know how that works. So no offense to anybody, but that's the historicity of it. Bradley Manning on that day reported the things that he did. And then fucking Ross Ulbricht. That motherfucker sacrificed everything for humanity. President Trump knows it, didn't want to do anything to support it. Those are the 3 reasons why I don't support President Trump. Now, as far as any other president, I don't support anybody else either. Nobody. I don't fucking support anybody else that I've ever seen as being president. If I'm going to support somebody who's going to be president, they're going to have to be highly conscientious and hardworking, principled, and have a good track record. Like, oh, this is what they did throughout their life. This is the targets they set. This is the principles they live by. And they're going to have to fucking tell it to me straight. Like, you can fucking tell when somebody's bullshitting you, right? Creating an office of, or he didn't create that office, but President Obama did. Now, whether Obama believes in any of that Christian bullshit or not, I don't fucking know. I kind of half think he doesn't. I think he doesn't believe in that bullshit. But they use it. They use it for fucking manipulating people. They want to manipulate the public so they can get all those different segments, as they say in marketing parlance, segments of society, and they can manage each and every one of them. That's why they don't like fucking people like me, right? You can't be somebody like me and be successful. The only way, but see, the thing is that if you're going to be somebody like me, and if you're going to be able to recognize truth, you're not going to be able to be successful because you're going to be outside of fucking everyone. You're not going to be involved in any of those fucking Democrat or Republican or anything. Republicans don't fucking like me. Democrats don't fucking like me. I don't fit in. That's what the fucking government wants. They want to manage segments of society. And what happens when you get those little fucking grains of sand that fall out? They don't like that. It's messy. They can't control it. This is why I always encourage people to think independently. And that's why I wanted to put this fucking video out for you, so that you could learn what my reasons are and why. Now, if you've got your own reasons, those are your reasons. And you should have those reasons. And I should be able to question those reasons. And are they well justified? Are they well evidenced? Do they really support the conclusion that you came to? How important and significant are those reasons? This is what thinking comes down to. Being able to find the evidence, analyze it, find its relevance and significance, and make decisions and assessments based on that. This is something that the government doesn't want you to fucking do, and that's why I wanted to make this video, to make that fucking point.